All right, Top Billin, what's that old adage? If at first you don't succeed. So after the Arizona loss, I thought that was the best thing that happened for them at the time because it could facilitate some type of change. I thought that going out and grabbing a guy like Clay Matthews would be what the doctor ordered, considering he was a street free agent, didn't have to give up any draft capital or anything like that. But of course, typical Seattle fashion, the fans poo-pooed that, and everybody was like, he hit Russell. And stuff like that, like as if that matters. Like, this is football. This is not tiddlywinks. If he were on Seattle, he would probably be doing the same thing to someone else's quarterback. So pretty sure Chef Russell will be just fine with them adding Clay Matthews, so he didn't have to take any more abuse from that guy. But it is what it is. But Seattle did actually go out and make a change and traded for Carlos Dunlap from the Cincinnati Bengals. That's hard. But I also remarked that they shouldn't stop there. They should still go after Clay Matthews because they need a bevy of pass rushers because that pass rush is horrific. Looked better in the last game, but that was through fabricated blitz schemes. Modifying your way to pressure is great until it does not work and you leave your guys out on an island and you're not able to get there even through blitzing. But having some organic pressure like Carlos Dunlap may be able to add, that's hard. But imagine acquiring a guy who once led the NFL in sacks and who is just 28 years old in his prime. But that's exactly what Seattle can do if it were to acquire one Vic Beasley. Formerly of the Tennessee Titans, was recently released. He did not do anything in Tennessee. Not sure what's going on with him emotionally, but I know a cure for that would be playing for Pete Carroll in a scheme that he damn near mastered. Once led the league in sacks, put him at his old position. He actually played a bevy of positions in Atlanta under Dan Quinn, the same Dan Quinn the Seattle Seahawks fan base would love to be the defensive coordinator right now. So that will be a scheme-specific fit for, I don't know what the money is. You guys got to always let me know what the money is, but I think it will be a bargain to get Vic Beasley and pair him up with Carlos Dunlap. Vic Beasley, to me, is everything that my favorite Seattle Seahawks guy, Bruce Irvin, is, right? Matter of fact, they even got a chance to play together when Bruce Irvin was an Atlanta Falcon for a year. I am a huge Vic Beasley fan. His athleticism is virtually unmatched. He's like 4.4 speed and a 6'3", 250-pound dude. He is a complete freak. I think he would do wonders in Seattle. Even if it was only for a third down, money down player, I think he would kill it. You can play him on the close side of the formation in that strong side linebacker role. You can even move him off ball. He could probably play either position that one Bobby Wagner plays or what KJ Wright plays. He's that versatile. But at the very least, put that man's hand in the dirt and let him get after it, right? So let's go ahead and get into a quick film study on some of the things that he can do, all right?
What more can I say?
Top Billin. All right, so real quick, nothing spectacular here, just for people who may not be aware of who Vic Beasley is. So I know people want to know how he looks with the Titans. Did not look good. Only played 25% of the snaps or something. He has something going on in his life or something because that is not Vic Beasley. That's not the Vic Beasley that I know, that I covered way back for SB Nation college football, national college football, when he was a junior in college going into his senior year, and I said how good I thought that he was going to be. So here we see him right here, not necessarily getting a sack or anything. We see him squeezing down the line of scrimmage, forcing a fumble at Tennessee. Probably his only highlight as a Tennessee Titan. That will definitely be one of those things where he will quickly try to erase that out of his mind there. But see here, squeezing down parallel to the line of scrimmage. Obviously, the best way to get to point B from point A is a straight line, so that's why you squeeze down the line of scrimmage. Takes on a block here. He actually does a pretty good job taking on blocks at the line of scrimmage at least, but he got that hand in there right on James Conner. Stripped the ball, forced the fumble. Tennessee recovered it. All right, we can see him right here. Pittsburgh in their gorilla package. And I show these highlights against Pittsburgh because, let's be real here, Pittsburgh may be the best team in the NFL that's not the Seattle Seahawks. This very well could be a Super Bowl matchup from like back in the day. What was that, XL or something like that? Check this out right here. Vic Beasley, and they're running to his side. Look at him. Take on the block, disengage, ride that man to the concession stand. Ride his ass to the concession stand. Here you go right here. check off right there. You had I think the tight end checked off of him originally. So you got 2 tight end sets, right? So Ebron over there as well. Both the tight ends, and then they got a puller. Meet him with half a man and still keep that outside shoulder free. Try to maintain that edge. Something with Seattle definitely has to get a little bit better at with edge contained there. But he did a good job, man. Rode that man all the way to the concession stand. All right, enough of that. Back to what you guys want him to do. So this is from the 2016 season where they moved him to the strong side linebacker role here. So I just wanted to see how he would fit in that particular role. See KJ Wright playing it a lot, but KJ Wright can't do stuff like this. Look at that. Look at the bendability. Come on, man. Look at the flexibility. Coming out here running the arc from a 4-point stance. The first step is a doozy. Look at that. First step inside just to get him something to work with, and then bang. Stick it to the outside, then give him half a man. So I try to tell you, half a man. Less surface area for the offensive lineman to deal with there. Use that strength to run the arc. Looks just like an arc there. Keep that other hand free. Getting home. Seattle needs more of that. Not necessarily having to blitz to get it. Blitzing on occasion will be fine, or if you want to mix it up, but just having a nice mix of both fabricated pressure and organic pressure. All right, check this out here. Working an infinite amount of space. Definitely past the 9s. Arc runner. Long arms are the law. I think forcing another fumble. You can see it from this side. Look at the spacing here. Definitely past the 9s. Being able to work him in that much space, and the fact that he can work shallow zone drops. He can work your hook curl zones. Obviously, he can do flat duty and everything like that. That just adds to the versatility. But just that explosiveness around the edge. And you see he's willing to get after it in the run game as well. But you don't need him to be that. There's a lot of things you can do with Vic Beasley. Let's be real here. Shaquem Griffin. I'm not saying I'm not trying to be mean or anything like that. I just don't think he's that guy. I don't think he's that guy that you bring in on third downs. He's going to get you a bunch of sacks. Vic Beasley's just a much better player than he is. Alton Robinson, I think, is going to be good in the future. LJ Collier, I don't know. It's not looking too good right now. Maybe he'll be good in the future. Rasheem Green, when he comes back, I think he's a pretty decent player. But Vic Beasley has a higher ceiling than all those guys. And for the fact that he's already been productive in the league. Led the league in sacks, 15.5 sacks one year. Even last year, I believe he had 8 sacks. No sacks this year, but like I said, 25% of the time, no training camp, came late in the camp, something going on with him. Pete Carroll is that guy to get the most out of anybody, I believe. He's a motivator, master motivator. Dan Quinn, I guess similar to Pete Carroll in that aspect, maybe able to get the most out of Vic Beasley, but he comes from that lineage there, playing in this particular scheme, playing these specific roles that Seattle has out there available to be played. I think it's a no-brainer, but, hey, it is what it is. I know they have a bunch of young pass rushers. Maybe they don't want to add, but, hey, I wouldn't be doing my job here if I didn't suggest it. I really do like Vic Beasley. He's one of my favorite players, and I want to see him succeed, and it would be great to see him succeed with a team that I'm covering right now in a scheme that he is perfect for. All right, so let me know what you think about that, y'all. It's your boy Murf, the Underground King. Make sure you subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and I am out. Peace.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.